Today on r/AskReddit. What's something you have zero interest in? Raid Shadow Legends. No matter who advertises it, no matter how good they say it is, I also have absolutely no interest in the game. There are very few mobile games I like, and even then, I just don't play them a whole lot. It just looks so uninteresting. It looks like a generic fantasy game that characters would play in the background of a TV show. You aren't missing much, unless you enjoy closing pop-up windows and being begged for cash every 3 minutes. Overall, it's okay, but cuss them and their greedy nature. Are there any good mobile games that don't push the microtransactions hard? This comment was brought to you by
Raid Shadow Legends.
When people advertise it, it turns me off the channel a little bit. I mean, plus everyone is just reading the script Raid wrote in the ads. Lol. I don't even know what the game is. Lmao. My brain shuts off even if it's unskippable. I know absolutely nothing about the gameplay or anything even after 5,000 ads. Honestly, when a YouTuber starts to say that Raid Shadow Legends is like the best game they've ever played, they automatically lose about half of any credibility they've built up in my mind, no matter how much of their content I've watched or the quality of said content. It's instinctive, even if I know that's just how they need to make money. Same. They just push it too hard. This comment is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Play for free today and get 100. Literally whatever my neighbor wants to talk about, every day. Hot one today. Huh?
You ever been in a storm, Wally?
Yeah!
Sometimes people just talk for no reason and I find that infuriating. My neighbor only has a handful of towels and just goes through them on repeat. Literally no matter what time of day I come home, my neighbor just so happened to pop out for a smoke and talk to me about whatever until he shuts up. I got a neighbor like that too. I swear she just sits by her window waiting for me to walk by with my kids so she can ask me about work or give me an old toy that her kid doesn't play with. It's so annoying, but I'm too nice to tell her to pound sand. So I will continue to live in misery. My neighbor used to always start waving his hands for me to roll down my window as I was leaving my house to chat. He was retired and was going on walks every morning. Unfortunately, I was trying to get to work every morning, so it was not an opportune time for me to chat. Like when you're mowing the lawn and the cuss wants to chat, you point to your ears and leave the mower running hoping he'd go away, but the cuss still tries to talk over the noise. He's such a good guy and a great neighbor, but I just want to get in the house. Please, seriously. I get that they want to be a friendly neighbor, but I spend 9 hours a day at work. What in the ever-loving cuss makes you think I want to come home and make small talk with you? I'm that neighbor that enjoys talking to my neighbors. Sad face. Celebs that are famous just because they are famous. They never painted anything, never sing any hit songs, never competed in anything. Every country got them. So influencers, and the real housewives of various cities. Don't forget those who became famous cause a family member got a celebrity murderer off scot-free. I find them annoying, but you have to give credit where credit is due. They spun an impressive empire off of a lackluster sex tape. No credit. They are an industrial-sized waste of resources with no corresponding product. The Kardashians are a drain on society. Everything I've learned about the Kardashians over the last decade was against my will. No, the real drain are the tabloid newspapers and magazines that have spent decades promoting them and their ilk, turning much of the population into a bunch of dumbed-down celebrity-obsessed morons. I have only contempt for a lot of the media. I couldn't care less about celebrities, and the Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard trial really started irritating me how often I was hearing about it every single day. Also the Will Smith slap, my newsfeed wouldn't stop suggesting it for weeks afterwards. What makes it even worse is what that crap was diverting our attention from. Like there's a war across the pond, the US economy is in a bit of trouble, why the hell do I care about celebrities in conflict? Gonna add on to this with shipping culture between celebrities and characters. Stranger Things and the MCU comes to mind. I think I'd honestly rather kill myself than hear a single word more about whatever TF Zendaya and Tom Holland are currently doing. Personally, it's not even limited to those types of celebrities to me. I have a hard time relating to any type of celebrity worship. I don't get the desire to be super close to them, and I don't get the desire to know about their personal lives. I was at the Venice airport in the early 2000s when Robert De Niro walked through. Now listen, I love a lot of his movies. Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Casino, Goodfellas, etc. But the buddy I was with literally had a meltdown when he saw him because I didn't want to approach him and ask for an autograph. He went alone, and to be honest, I was fucking embarrassed for him. He came back oblivious to how awkward he had made it. You could tell De Niro was annoyed, but trying to be super nice. Anyways, yeah, I don't get celebrity worship. I lived in LA for a short period with a buddy of mine. When we got out there, we went to see some stand-up, and outside of the club was Vince Vaughn. I'll never forget when my buddy ran up to him while he was clearly busy and went, "Yo Vince, Can I get a pic? Vince just said nah, not right now. And my friend just turned around and walked back to me, and it was some serious second-hand cringe. I went to go see one of Bill Murray's live shows in Portland with my sister and her friend. Well, her friend, we can call her Kay, is an obnoxious die-hard fan of his, has a tattoo and everything. So we're watching the show, it's a great time, we're all having a laugh. Bill Murray is singing and decides to carry on the act down and through the aisles. Everyone he walked by was respectful of him and the show and just watched and cheered as he passed by. But not Kay. She got up out of her goddamn seat as he got close, so she could, I still don't know what, hug him? Get close to him? Well, he quite literally 360 spun and dodged around her cuss and kept walking and singing without missing a note, and it was both the cringiest and most incredible thing I've ever seen. She sat back down devastated. After that, I told my sister I'll never go to another public outing with her again. It's okay to like an actor for their work, but to like them so much you act like that when you see them? Nah man, not for me. Gender reveal parties. We're gonna find out soon enough. Somebody I worked with had a cringy one of these at our team meeting. After talking shop about very serious issues in suits and ties etc, at the end my manager was like, okay, so now we have a special moment where Nadine is going to reveal to us the gender of her baby. She got up excitedly in front, revealing a big box covered in glitter and cuss, slowly cut a ribbon and balloon popped out with "It's a boy" on it. We just all sat there and awkwardly clapped like we cared. At a past job, I went to an in-office gender reveal. The whole thing was weird because both parents worked in the office. They had an affair in Vegas, got pregnant, and subsequently left their respective significant others. Fast forward to the gender reveal hosted by one of their co-workers. It was supposed to be outdoors, but it rained the day. We had the party in a conference room. For the reveal, the host threw a baseball on the ground filled with pink powder, in the conference room. One dude got his slacks completely pink. I'm sure they're still scrubbing pink out of the carpets to this day. The whole thing was bizarre. That is the dumbest way to reveal the gender. OMG. Why are people so senseless? Don't forget the gender reveal wildfires. I'm cringing just by reading. It's cringy enough with family, but putting colleagues through that is a whole new level. Who the cuss cares if Karen on second floor is having a girl or a boy? Some people really do think they are the main character in everybody else's life. Working the rest of my life. I know most people joke about it, but about 3 months ago I was able to take about a week off from work, and this feeling came over me after I actually started enjoying my time off. I really didn't want to go back to work and tried thinking of ways where I could just quit and still survive. I sadly could not think of anything viable. Sad face. I had a 10-day vacation over the July 4th holiday, I think the longest I've had in close to 20 years. Toward the end I found myself not being sure what day of the week it was, and not really caring that I didn't know. The first day back to work was rough, just had a week vacation. Tomorrow is first day back. Been dreading all week. Part of why I don't take many vacations is I hate so much when they end and knowing there is nothing to look forward to anymore. This is what got me so much during COVID, people don't want to work anymore. I never wanted to work. At least in the sense people use the word. I would not go to my job every day for 8 to 5 if my salary was just deposited into my account. I would focus on myself and my health, my environment, my pleasure. I'd do something I was actually passionate about but at my leisure. I am having a bit of upset stomach today, Sunday, and have still been doing chores and taking medicine to ensure I can go in tomorrow. Yes, I have sick time, but wouldn't it be amazing to just not? It's crazy how people see this as a bad thing too. Like how brainwashed do you have to be to think living life for yourself rather than your boss is somehow negative? A hen looking at you, dad. Yeah, I would rather play Raid Shadow Legends instead of going to work. Pictures of people's babies. That baby could be the star of a show called Babies I Don't Care About, but my baby is really cute. I promise you'll love them. Smashes phone screen into your face. I say this as a new mom, lol. It's okay to not care and people need to not get offended by that. Babies in general. No wait, just kids period. I wish we could normalize accepting the fact that 90% of babies are ugly as hell, but I'm also not about to tell someone their baby is ugly. In some countries it's customary to tell people their baby is ugly. Same reasoning as telling an actor to break a leg. My friend posted a photo of her son when he was born and said, expect tons of baby photos. Unfollow/unfriend me if you don't like it. YAE ahead of you. When you say your friend, you mean an internet friend or an actual friend that you actually see during the weekends. I worked with her for 2 years. We are actual friends who see each other. And yes, she did notice I unfollowed her after about 2 months. which she took surprisingly well. I know someone who wouldn't speak to anyone for months, but when she's ready to, she'll do so by sending 5,000 pictures of her meth babies, then get butthurt when we don't respond or tell her to stop. I've had to tell her that my phone, that has 256 gigs of memory, plus iCloud, can't take more than a few text pictures or videos of her kids because of the memory storage. After the third time of her sending the same video of her son sitting in a playpen, I told her enough. Haven't heard from her since. I have zero interest in people's babies, but if they want to show me pictures of their dogs or cats I will look at them all day. Commercial advertisements interrupting what I'm doing. I mean, if I wasn't gonna buy it I'm definitely not buying it now cusses. SMH. Even when you pay for some streaming services, you still get commercials. It's insane. Then tiers of perks and commercials for the lower? I would rather pirate it. I'm pretty sure I saw an article that said piracy is on the rise again for this very reason. Back when it was just Netflix and Hulu people were fine with paying for those two and getting everything so piracy was going down. But now each company has to have their own bull-cuss streaming service and put ads in it. People are just going back to piracy. These cussing companies couldn't just be happy with a smaller slice of a larger pie, so now they will get cussed by pirates. If I get ad, especially on a video, I make a point to go out of my way to not patronize the company. A brother of mine puts it well. A company taking money from you is one thing, money is ultimately replaceable. But what advertisements are taking from you is time. The minute you were forced to watch that advertisement to watch what you actually want is 1 minute of your life that was stolen from you. How fine would you be if one company could sell an hour of your lifespan to another company without you benefiting from the transaction in any way? That's what advertisements are. I was trying to watch the new South Park episode on Paramount Plus, and it forced me to watch a 1-minute ad promoting the same episode I was going to watch. Lol, seriously? Looking at Hulu, Amazon Music and Amazon Prime Video. I don't care if it's advertising their own cheese, it's still an advertisement. Play my next episode you bitches, especially in corn videos. I wouldn't say I have zero interest in those ads, I have negative interest. It's more than a waste of my time, it's brain poison. I felt the same until I discovered
Raid Shadow Legends.